The other types of router passwords that we have are going to be on the access points. Now, if you're familiar with wireless networks, don't confuse these with access points in that arena, because these access points are simply ways of connecting to the router, such as the console port or telnet and things like that. Keep in mind that both of the enable type passwords only protect the actual command enable. They do nothing for actual connectivity. We're going to have three different ways to get connected to a router. We have a console port, which I've already plugged in to show you the boot process. I can place a password on the port so that when I plug in, before I'm prompted, I'm actually prompted for a password. This password will protect the console port against any unauthorized access. Of course, I want some routers to have an auxiliary port, and I can protect the auxiliary port in the same way. The third and final access method that I have is via telnet. Once we configure our router, we'll go to an interface and set an IP address. The router will now be capable of having or servicing a telnet request. Telnet is a huge benefit to network administrators because it means I don't have to walk around my data center with a laptop plugging into all of the console ports. I can actually sit down at one system and telnet to all of the various routers in my environment. Well, I have to actually set a password on telnet so that someone cannot just get right in. Setting the password for telnet is going to turn on the telnet protocol. It's as simple as that. If I don't set the password for telnet, then telnet is not enabled because it requires a password for authentication. And I need to use this anytime I actually access the router with telnet. So these are the 5 passwords that can be set. Let's go ahead and take a look at each one of these in a command mode.